Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. Good to see all of your beautiful, smiling faces again today. I've missed you. It's been too long. 1 week is too long to catch up and see what everybody's up to. If you haven't already joined the Discord community, you can do so by visiting modernmarketinghub.com, and that'll let you right in. I just realized that my monitor and camera are attached to my desk, so we're going to have a wiggly session today. But regardless, let's dive in. I'm ready if you are. So we've got 10 people here so far, 3 thumbs up button, likey buttons. So let's raise that up just a little bit. Helps to expand the reach. Gotta please the YouTube algorithm. Kevin, good morning, my friend. Oh, it is so good to see you. I've missed you, my man. Good to see ya. Gaming fan, good morning. Adam, what you got planned for the weekend? Great question. Appreciate it. What do I have planned for the weekend? It's going to be relatively chill because it's relatively hot here. We're finally getting a bit of warm summer weather. So a bit of pool time, a bit of hiking, hopefully. It's an interesting time of year because the mountains that I like to hike in are, we've got like this really cool window where the snow is still there, which is kind of a bummer, but the wasps haven't started. So come like July, August, all the wasps come out. I don't know why there are so many of them up there, but like massive bugs, horrible times. So it's like, I'm looking forward to getting out there while we can. I think that's it. Maybe a bit of photography around town, and so on. Chat is now open to everyone. I said that apparently. I have no idea why that automatically populated, but fascinating. Electronic Android Adam saying things. All right. What else do we got? We've got a couple more good mornings and we'll hit some questions. Alec Deman. Hello, Alec. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it here. We've got Corporal Diesel. Good morning from Central Texas. Rob, good to see you, my man. Glad you could make it here. What you'll probably notice is this is on the main channel right now, only the main channel, because interesting updates in regards to YouTube and the algorithm and strategy and intention and all kinds of things we can happily talk about later. I'm happy to dive into the details for if requested. David, the armpit of the South, it is so good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it. I am doing amazing. Thank you. I hope you are doing well as well. Uncle Forbes, good morning from, that is a tiny emoji, but I think it's South Africa, if I can see it well enough. My flag game isn't as strong as it once was, but I think that's South Africa. So good to see you. Let's see, what else can we do? L&D, hey, Adam, new to your channel. Just want to say thank you for all this content. Hey, my friend, well, I'm glad you could be here live, and it's great to have you along. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Akil says, hey, Adam, we got that, and Necromancer. I got to get you to change that name. It always freaks me out every time. But it's good to see you too, my friend. Khalid, appreciate you being here. Mohammed, hello from Dubai. Hello, Mohammed. Dubai. Oh, man, that must be getting roasty there right now. I got a buddy who lives in Dubai for the winter. He's back in the UK now, I think, because it's crazy hot. Hannah, you are like the thumbs up champion of these lives. I appreciate you. But yes, everybody listen to Hannah, if you don't mind. Let's get that like button hit. And then we've got some really good questions. So I think because time is not on our side, we've got an hour. I'm going to try to hit as many as I can. I think we dive in. All right. Are we ready? Chris Critchfield. That is a good name for, what do you call that? No, alliteration. There we go. Brain freeze Saturday morning. All right. How can I find unique keywords in a competitive niche like fiber internet? I'm struggling to discover new angles that competitors haven't covered. Super cool question. Oh man, my brain's firing on all cylinders here, because here's the deal. You don't want to find unique keywords. Unique keywords are the wrong things to find, because that's not what your customers or clients or anybody that's using you is going to be looking for. So unique keywords, you could just make them up and come up with some kind of intellectual property that would be unique to you and then explain why that's all good. But like when it comes to being found and discovered and competing for these things, unique is not what you want. You want common. Now, that said, you can do something called long tail keywords, which is like, let's use marketing, for example. Marketing is the big main keyword that everybody wants to rank for. But we could make that long tail by making it more specific. So digital marketing for small business, digital marketing strategies for small business, Digital marketing strategies for small business 2023. Like all of these things make it less competitive because there's less search volume for it. So yeah, that's what you want to do. You don't want new angles. You want the old angles because they're the good ones. As far as finding them, you can use SEMrush, Ahrefs, Moz, Majestic, Bright Local, Whitespark, like literally any of the SEO platforms out there will help. Elon, good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it here. We're taking a break from the Discord community. Come over. Also, I will have you know, the link for the Discord community is available down in the comments below if by chance we forget modernmarketinghub.com. So let me answer. After I identified my ideal customer avatar, how do I create an ad? How do I create the ad creative and the content for them? I don't know what hooks to use or what scripts are better because I'm not them. What do they like? Okay, cool. So if you've created a customer, you've identified your ideal customer avatar, you know who they are, but you don't know who, like all the stuff about them yet, then I would argue that you haven't really identified who they are yet. It's like you might be able to point to them and be like, it's that guy. But is it that guy? Because if you don't even know age, gender, income, occupation, title, geography, psychographics, what they like, what they're interested in, then you haven't really done it yet. So you've got to dive significantly deeper. Let me know who you think your ideal customer avatar is. Tell me what you know about them, and I'll help you unpack that more shortly. Also, yes, thumbs up button. I'm not sure if it's just not coming through on my end. I'd like to imagine we've got a lot of thumbs up clickers here, but I'm not seeing it yet. So I hate to be needy, but the algorithm makes me. It's sad. I'm sacrificing my self-confidence to beg for likes. ABU, what is marketing automation and how does it work? More. Hang on, there's going to be more to that, but let's start with the marketing automation. What is marketing automation? It is software, tools, technology, anything that allows a process to happen without you needing to manually do it. So an easy example here is email marketing. Someone signs up for your free cheat sheet. So I don't even remember what my cheat sheet is. freemarketingcheatsheet.com. I think that's right. You go there, you sign up for the marketing cheat sheet, you immediately get the cheat sheet. Not to mention you get a couple more emails that get delivered automatically before I start sending like the personalized ones after that. That's marketing automation. Someone signs up for your program and they get an add to cart sequence, or they get this, or they get that. All of that is marketing automation. You can tag people, you can segment them into different buckets, you can have functions automatically performed. It's magic. Magic, my friend. Your drip is a lead generation business, a good business idea. Yes. There's this expression I'm going to teach y'all right now if you've never heard of it before. It's called ceteris paribus. It's a Latin phrase that means all else equal. I think how we spell it, don't quote me on this one, but it's like CETERISP and then space PARIBISAS, something like that. Ceteris paribus. And it means all things equal. There's a lot of questions that are very broad, like that one would be a very broad question. Is it a good idea? Well, it depends. Who are you? Where are you located? What's your experience? What's your interests? Like there's a lot of things that go into me just like blanket recommending an entirely new business model. But in general, that's a really good one. If you do that, make sure to get the highlevelguide.com because that is going to be instrumental for your lead gen business. In fact, of all the businesses that I recommend use, go to like highlevelguide.com and get it. For lead gen, most important one of all. I'm going to drop that in the chat just because I'm on different software today. So you'll find that one there at the bottom. Now I got to scroll back up and find out where I was in the questions. So yes, good business. All right. Ranjit, if you're going to start up in India, what would you go with? Again, very broad question, right? It's like, well, what do you want to do? It's interesting when someone, like, especially for something like that, like if you were going to ask me, say, this business versus that business, I might be able to give you a little more context because I'll be able to look at the trends and where the market's going and where I think the opportunities are. With like, hey, Adam, you could do anything. What would you do? Like, I'm totally biased here, right? Like, so if you're asking me, if you dropped me in the middle of India, what would I do? I'd probably do a lead gen business because I've built like half a dozen of them and help consult with hundreds more. So that's kind of the business that I know inside and out. So yeah, that one, highlevelguide.com, and you're set. All right. Let's see. And we got that one, but yes, super important. We got to listen. Herminio Ruben Chiguer Vergara. Hello from Mexico City. I've been a fan since January. Well, Herminio, good to see you. Gracias, mi amigo. No, now I'm totally blanking on all my Spanish. All good. It's so good to see you. So keep the questions coming. Preguntar. And we'll go from there. Fat guy in the kitchen. Lando, good to see you. Streaking prohibited. Yeah, we had to put up that sign after last week's incident. Got to keep things family friendly around here. EM Charge, good morning from California. Do you do any music marketing? Yeah, it's funny. Good question. You would think so, right? With like the keyboard and the guitars and the other guitars over there and all the musical instruments around. The answer is no, not normally. What I do is I'll give you as much advice and tips and help as I possibly can for it. But what I've found is that music marketing is very similar to influencer marketing, service business marketing, where the best advice is to document the process as much as you can and share the making of what you're doing. So in business and in marketing, we call this selling the sawdust or sell the sawdust, which is essentially, it's like if you make a wooden table, you would show the process of making that table. That would be the sawdust. There's actual physical sawdust here, but you can sell that too to mop up oil spills and things like that. But yeah, show the process, share your music. That's the secret. And also understand the music business model. The reason I don't do a ton of marketing for it is because I love music. I think it's amazing, super important. But the financial side of it is so tricky. It's just not a lot of fun. Same with art marketing. I just don't love it. It's more about creating a personal brand. That's the secret. All right. Half dabbing, half shoulder copping. Nick, good morning from Buffalo. First Saturday morning live, launched my digital marketing agency this week. Any tips, advice? Well, Nick, first of all, congratulations on launching the agency. Tips and advice. Yeah, I got some videos on that exact subject. So go watch those and that will set you up for success better than I could tell you now because I don't know. I've got a good couple hours of stuff on that. So go check those out. CRC Productions. Yo. Hannah says, details about business choices, YouTube, etc. Yes. Okay. So presumably about like the second channel, the first channel, why are we here? Not on the second channel, etc., etc. I assume that's what you mean. I'm going to run with it. YouTube. For the last, maybe not the last 6 months, but like prior to that, my strategy for anybody moving into the marketing world that wanted to create content, I was like, hey, make short form video content because it's faster and it's easier and it gets you into the world of video without being super overwhelmed having to create long form videos and all of that stuff. My position has changed. Partly because of maybe just getting old and bitter, but also because I think the rewards are worth the effort now, whereas before they were questionable. So now my advice is to create longer form videos. Sure, do shorts if you want, but like they've simply proven not to be as effective as everyone hoped and thought they would be. Everybody got an initial rush and surge of traffic and promotion, then all of that dialed back. The intention with the second channel was to create more of those kind of videos and styles, maybe put the live over here because we weren't sure how it was impacting the algorithm with the main videos. It doesn't look like any of these live longer form things have a negative impact. They might be neutral. They may not be positive other than establishing rapport, building better relationships, getting to give back, which makes my heart feel nice. But like from an algorithm perspective, at least it's neutral and it's not hurting. Whereas before we were concerned it was hurting it. So we moved things over. So yeah, that's essentially it. And then also 2 channels became complicated and it was better for, to spend more time on a single video than to spread myself super thin. So that's where we're at now. Alec, any experience with Google Merchant Center? Is it worth to use without paid promotion space? No experience. Like, sorry, I shouldn't say no experience, like minimal experience beyond like cursory basic understanding of it. So I can't really give you any advice on that other than let's hit up YouTube and see what other people that sort of specialize in that space have to say about it. Your drip, good morning from Sweden. Good morning, my friend. And yes, lead gen business, very good. Like Johnny and June, hit that like button for more of Adam's amazing content. You're too kind. Thank you, my friend. And yes, also it helps you get it, but it helps other people get it too. So we're doing our good deed for the day. Adderley Acevado, hello. What's your advice to have a great number of leads at a low cost in Facebook for a real estate company? This is a tricky question because it's the wrong question again, right? Like, and I don't mean that as like a shot against you. I mean that as a shot against the question. People are always asking for like, what's the lowest I can pay for like a lead? I can get you penny leads, like leads for a literally 1 cent, but none of them are going to buy ever. They'll just be leads, and you'll look good for like 5 minutes. You'll be like, oh, this is amazing. But then you'll go broke and your business will die. So wrong question. The best question is, what is the most cost-effective platform to get qualified leads that actually convert into customers? And we need to look further down the funnel at the actual ROAS, return on ad spend, or ROI, return on investment, for the money that we're putting into a campaign. So that's the better question. Now, as far as getting them from the best quality per cost from Facebook, right now, Facebook lead ads using instant forms, I run them through high level. Again, this is not a sponsored video, but it's what I use. And certainly when I was doing real estate, my wife used to be a realtor. This was pre-high level, but man, I had to like engineer all of the things myself. And then she stopped doing that. High level came out. We started a lead gen agency for mortgages. We used the exact same things and did phenomenally well. So yeah, I do that. Go to freehighlevelguide.com. That'll get you a whole bunch of free stuff. Run Facebook instant form lead ads, put them into the software. The secret's going to be your copy and creative and your follow-up. So spend more time making a really good ad, split testing them against each other, and then make sure that you have a solid follow-up sequence in place, which High Level can help you with. All right, Khalid, how to get the right KPIs for my SEO and e-commerce goals. How to set the right KPIs. Really simple. What's your goal? Like a KPI, for anyone not familiar, is a key performance indicator. It's a metric, an analytic, something that we can track and put a quantifiable number on to find out if we're moving in the right direction or the horribly wrong direction. Hang on one sec. It's already getting warm out here, so we're going to see if we can adjust the temp. Reach. There we go. I got all my lights stacked up in front of my AC, so it like never works. So you've got to figure out, what do you want to do? So if it's SEO, like the KPI is obviously page ranking. The diagnostic metrics, or the metrics that are going to guide you in the right direction, are probably backlinks built, new content created, social shares, all the things that go into SEO. For e-commerce, it'll be sales. What's the thing that happens right before that? Let's say add to cart. Before that, maybe initiate checkout. Before that, we have page visits. Before that, we have clicks. Before that, we have impressions. So it's like you basically just have to map out your whole funnel and then start assigning values to it. All right. D2A. Hello, Adam. Thank you for your effort. God blessings from Malawi. Hey, D2A. Good to see you. And thank you for the kind words. And Malawi, that's amazing. Glad you could make it here today. Mladenov, the practice is currently among the best ones in the UK. Do you think TikTok is a good place to run an ad if targeted audience is new under 18s sign-ups? So basically the question is are TikTok ads good for under 18s, people under the age of 18? The answer is yes, provided you can make a good TikTok ad. How long is TikTok going to be around? I don't know. Is it going to get banned? I don't know. I have no idea. Like, everybody has all these speculations and things like that. I'm not in politics. I have no idea. They say one thing and do another. We'll see. Do I care? Also no, like at all. Zero cares. Because if it goes away, we'll just do something else. So are TikTok ads good? Sure. If you can make good TikTok ads, they're amazing. The same thing can be said with Instagram ads. Probably less so Facebook ads, possibly YouTube ads, although typically a little bit trickier to do. So yeah, I'd give them a shot. The beauty of TikTok ads is that they've got a page, and I can't remember what it's called, but you can search it. That'll show you the highest, like the best TikTok ads that are there. And you can look at them and be like, ooh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. My own version, of course. We don't copy people directly, but yeah, it's very cool. Tohidul, hi, I've started my new social media agency. My niche is real estate, but the problem is I am new to this field. So I need your suggestion about how can I get clients from my new agency? Well, my friend, it starts with 1 and 1 leads to 2 and 2 lead to 20. So you need your first one, which means you need to work for cheap/free. You need to get results. You need to prove that you know what you're doing, and then you can leverage that with other realtors. So the secret really is getting that first one and then just doing the most amazing job you've ever done, getting a referral, getting testimonials, getting a case study, building everything out, leveraging that when you reach out to other people saying, hey, look what I just did for Steve. Want me to do that for you? And he'll be like, yeah, do that for me. And if you hit enough people with that idea, it will work. I know that because that's literally what I did. Like when I first started my agency, I did websites for free for anybody that would let me build them a website. I just built a bunch of websites because I realized I had no portfolio. So why would anyone hire me? Then once I had a bunch of websites that I built for free, I put them all on my website and I was like, hey, anybody want one of these? I'll do it for, I can't even remember, but not very expensive. And other people are like, yeah, that looks good. I want one of those. And so I started building those. And then I needed to rank them. So I learned SEO and social and paid ads and all the things from there. Hey, Adam, need to ask you about Facebook store locations feature. How long it takes for store locations pages to appear on Facebook, search or check-in searches. What can I do for them to be shown up? Okay, so this question is non-answerable, and it's because your mileage may vary, right? It's like anytime that we make a new website, a new Facebook store page, a new anything like that, it's really up to the platform for how long it takes. So a day, a month, a year, never. It's like we just don't know. They have so much control and we have none. What can you do to make things show up quicker? Be super active on it. So post more content, share the link, post even more content to it, update it regularly, make sure it's completely filled out with all of the images and all of the details and all of the everythings that need to be done. That typically helps as well. Latricia, good morning all. I won't be joining you today. It's the big day. My twins are graduating from high school. Holy moly, congratulations. I wish we could share pictures. Loved you all from Texas. Yeah, I think you can in the Discord community. I think. Elon will chime in and let me know if that's correct. But that's amazing. Congratulations, graduating from high school. Oh man, crazy life, right? It's just flying by. Jordan, Adam, do you make Go High Level tutorials? The answer is sort of. What I've done that's even better, in my view, is if you go to highlevelguide.com, I'm sure I'm saying that right. I got to keep searching because I don't have the link for me. highlevelguide.com. What you'll do is you'll find on that, I've got instant access to a course that I've put under my platform that the founder of High Level made. So it's better than I could do because he made the program. I think that's enough said on that one. Chris, you are welcome, my friend. You are welcome. Health seller influencer marketing tips, not from influencer itself. Not sure what you mean by that. Like how to work with influencers? Clarify that for me after. Is Google shopping ads good for e-com startup? Sure. If it's a good Google shopping ad, yeah, I like them. I think they're fine. The trick here, just like most ads, all ads actually, is you got to track your KPIs. So you have to know like what the value is of a customer to your business and how close to that limit of break even you're willing to go, because there is a learning curve to like all ads. But yeah, I like Google ads. I love Google ads actually, now that I think about it. They've been amazing. Doo-doo Herman, I'm starting a vacation rental property management company. That's a mouthful. I'm trying to get my first few clients. Okay, I'm sure there's a question in there, my friend, but let me know. Let me know. We can hit that one. Chris, 19 thumbs up so far. We're up to 33. We're counting. I appreciate it. Keep it coming. Let's see if we can hit, I don't know. We have 54 people here right now. I didn't send out an email about this. So it's kind of like a secret live that only the people that know we do this every Saturday know about. Only the diehards. Gaming fan. I tried making an ad to target realtors, but the audience definition and estimated daily results were uncertain. Could it be my pixel? I had some issues with it, but recently got it to work. No, it's probably not your pixel. It's probably just to do with the targeting area that you're using, and which is fine. Don't let that stop you. What ends up happening is that if you're targeting a specific amount of people or in a specific area, this is especially true if you're using custom audiences, like you upload an email list or whatever it is. They just don't tell you the number. For privacy issues, because they don't know, whatever. I think it has more to do with privacy issues, but eat French fries, got my thumb. You know what I need? Oh, that's what I got to write down. I got to get one of those big foam finger thumbs, like a thumbs up foam finger. I'm going to try to remember that. Can't find my pen anyway. Big foam finger thumbs up thing. We'll do that. But good morning, my friend. New York reporting for duty. Oh, I love it. Esteban, how important is a landing page for small businesses? It is mandatory. But we could also replace landing page with website. So we need somewhere, a URL for people to go that is not social media. So let's say your name is Esteban, or your business name, Esteban. So you can't have like facebook.com/Esteban, Instagram.com/Esteban, Twitter.com/Esteban. Like it's got to be Esteban.com, which for the record sounds amazing and is totally taken, I'm sure. But you need your own name for someone to go to actively seek you out and where you have control of. It's mandatory. Same with email. It's like you shouldn't be sending emails from like Esteban@gmail.com. It needs to be hi@Esteban.com or Esteban@Esteban.com. I'd play with that. I like it. The more I say it, the more I like it. You know, when you say words over and over and they start to sound weird, Esteban is the exception to that rule. The more I say it, the more I like it. Brian Bufka, loving that hat, dude. And sweater combination. You are rocking the red and green. I'm not sure if that's Christmas themed or we're just happy to go contrasting colors, but I approve. I work with school, sports, and organizations making their merch. My competitors spam their email. That's pretty common. I need to get in front of them, but I don't want to look like them because we are much different. Okay, so, this is such a beautiful question. If you don't want to look like them, don't do what they do. Full stop. It's like the easiest thing that you can do is write out everything that they're doing that you hate and that other people hate, and then find the opposite of that. So if their emails are always coming through as like giant HTML things with graphics and video and so on, then send them like my emails. There's a reason that my emails look like they do. If you're not, I don't even know how do you subscribe? Just go to adamiheart.com, sign up for the email newsletter. I think there's another way to do it as well, but I can't remember the link. But like the way that I write my emails are plain text. Links are embedded as like actual links. They're not, I basically never use images because they'll end up in spam. I'd love to, but it just doesn't work that way. So yeah, do the opposite. Simple enough. If you want specifics, give me more details and I'll unpack that for you more because I think that's a cool question. Arvind, nice to be here. Nice to have you here. Do you know about beta promotions on YouTube? Would you recommend? I don't know about what are beta promotions on YouTube. Let's Google in the background. Beta promotions. I'm on YouTube every day. So why have I not heard of this? Unless we're talking about a different thing. What is YouTube promotions beta? What is YouTube promotions beta? Game changer. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I do know about that a little bit. Okay, so basically what ends up happening with these is they're giving you this option to like, this is a very long, complicated subject, but let me see if I can unpack it as quickly as possible. Back in the day, if you ran an ad on one of your videos to get it in front of more people, it was a very bad idea. And the reason is because one of the biggest factors on YouTube's success is AVD, average view duration, retention time, making sure that people are watching a sufficient amount of the video. When you ran an ad, you're showing it to a large amount of people that just don't give a flying F about your stuff, right? So it's like you show them all this stuff, they watch it for 2 seconds, they're like, ugh, and they click off, and your video is just like, so YouTube's like, hey, nobody likes this video. In fact, I don't think anybody likes that channel. We should stop showing it to people. And we would see like an immediate drop, basically, organically, that would take like a month to recover from. I learned this the hard way when I did a sponsorship and they ran an ad against the video that I had on my channel. So now I have a new rule with sponsors is that you can't run ads on the sponsored things that I do on my channel. We can take it and we can put it on your channel and you can do it somewhere else and all's well. Like I don't mind if people see the stuff. That's why we make it, not on the channel. Promotions, I think, is attempting to correct that by helping you show up in front of more people organically. Am I going to test it? Yeah, you know I am. Do I have high hopes? No, I don't. But prove me wrong, YouTube. Like if it works, that'd be sweet. Do I think most people should run them? No, I don't think so at all. Like you're significantly better off if you want to play the YouTube game, which I'm a big advocate of most people getting involved in, like spending your time and money on making better videos. So instead of spending $300 promoting a video, spend $300 hiring a decent editor to make your video better. Okay. So Brian, what other ways would you suggest to get in front of them? Email's still good, man. Like, hang on. Gonna scroll you to just the right size. Email's still good. I like email. I like face-to-face too, but you can't obviously stop by everywhere and do all that. Direct mail's fine, but like email's still your best. You just need a better email. So if they're spamming, find out what they're writing and then write it differently, better, more personal. I've got good cold emails in the past. I've hired a number of people. Now, like this is not an invitation to send cold email. The odds of it being responded to are, I'd say, are like less than 0%. My gatekeeper brand manager does an amazing job at, like, we just get so many, hundreds and hundreds, that we can't possibly go through them all. But in the past, they have worked for me. The schools that I assume you're reaching out to probably get less. They might get spammed a lot, but less. So if you lead with something really interesting and compelling and valuable and show them what you can do and yada, yada, and here's a case study, would you like that? And happy to do this. Yeah, I think you can still do well. All right. Let's see. Want to know more about Facebook store locations, feature, and advantage, but I rarely see videos about this on YouTube. Yeah, it's because it's just not a very popular topic right now. There's just not enough demand for it. So you're going to be hard pressed to find the information that you want until something becomes more popular and more proven. I see the potential for it. I just haven't seen the massive viability of it yet. High level guide. There's the one that I keep referencing. There's me typing in my own comment, responding to my own comment. It's not weird. It's not weird at all. Navi, I have to create an action plan to increase email open rates for a B2B business. Any tips? Yeah, I do. So many tips. You want to increase open rates? There's a few things you can do. There's one that's super easy and not easy, fast. There's one that's super fast, and that's writing way better email subject lines. So what you want to do is you want to look through all of the emails that business has sent over the last 90 days, 180 days, year. Find the emails with the subject lines that had the best open rates, copy, paste, do it again. Modify it maybe. Like if you just sent it like 2 weeks ago, don't just like copy and paste the same one because people will have seen it. But if it was like 6 months ago, 3 months ago, nobody's going to remember. So use that same email subject line again or adapt it and start to look for the patterns and the formulas that you're going to be able to repeat. Tip number 2, the single most important element to increasing your email open rates, listen closely, is this, the from name. Who's the email coming from? When they see that name in their email inbox, do they think, wow, I'm excited to read this because it's going to be fun or interesting or valuable? Or do they think, crap, this people again, I don't want to read this, spam, unsubscribe. That's it. I've got people that I subscribe to that when I see their name in my email inbox, I open it and I read it every time. I don't even read the subject line. I see their name. I'm like, that's going to be good. And I open it. So that's the big one. Tip number 3, I guess that's about the same. The from line sort of corresponds with tip number 3, which is to write better emails and to find ways to increase the satisfaction of the emails. Like if you're not getting a number of people, I can't give you a percentage because it's going to be so varied. But if every time you send an email, people aren't writing back with like, dude, best email I've ever read, changed my life, changed my mind, how did this happen? That's amazing. Like if you're not getting those on a quasi-regular basis, you're doing it wrong. Like our content should be changing minds, changing hearts. Doo-doo Herman, starting the property rental. Yes, trying to get first clients, kind of like an agency. Want to offer my service for free, but how do I find those first clients to accept that? You reach out to them. I wish I could tell you a secret of like, I wouldn't run ads. I wouldn't do anything paid or anything like that. But if you're starting property management company, you need to probably reach out to people that are renting their place out, have rented their place out in the past, and you need to make personal relationships with them in order to do the unscalable work. That, my friend, is your competitive advantage. You're able to do the unscalable things that larger companies simply cannot afford to do. So personal relationships are going to be huge. Genetic, hey Adam, tuning in from Cleveland, Ohio. Good to see you. Glad you could make it here. All right. Let's see. Perry, in your opinion, what are the best subscription-based services to offer as a digital marketing agency? The best subscription-based services, actually, that's not even true. Half of this is true. There's a number of services you can offer that aren't subscription-based, things like web design or creating one-off content. I don't like any of those, like at all. Choke. Hang on one sec. Water break. I started with those early in my career and very quickly realized that there was just so much work involved with having to constantly get new clients. So pretty much everything I did for the last 10 plus years has been subscription-based services with the agencies. So what are good? What are you good at? What do people need? Facebook lead ads, phenomenal. SEO, those are probably my 2 biggest picks. Like if you dropped me in the middle of a city right now and we're like, Adam, go make $1 million as fast as you could, I'd probably do a combination of Facebook lead ads and SEO. And then I would figure out, given my local area and how quickly I was able to reach other people, which one had more demand. And then I would just do more of those ones. Ideally specializing in just one of those, because then it makes you more specialist, more expertise looking, more authority when you're doing that. All right. We're rocking. We're rolling. Just Serio. Not just Serio, the Serio. I have a friend who's a real estate agent. Lots of real estate stuff today. I guess it's, what is it? May? Yeah, it's May. It's real estate time. He wants me to handle his digital marketing aspect of things such as website ads. I don't have much info about this niche, so any tips? Well, if you know about marketing, and I don't know your familiarity with marketing in general there, my friend, but if you know marketing, you just apply all of those same concepts to real estate. Like, this is the reason that I'm such a big proponent and fan of like learning the fundamentals, the principles, the core elements of digital marketing. It's the reason I've got the Digital Marketing Academy, which I think I'm going to write that one down too. I think it's just adamerhart.com/academy. There we go. Like, you got to know those things, and then you just apply them to whatever niche industry, whatever it is that you want. Like, that's the secret. Learn marketing, digital marketing, positioning, targeting, differentiation, content marketing, a little bit of SEO, social media platforms, how to create a marketing plan, how to write effective email copywriting, like all of those things, everything we talk about in the academy. Learn all that and then just do wherever you want. Like, everything's the same. So tips, yeah, again, high level guide, go there. And the reason is because you're going to be able to create the website on WordPress through High Level. You'll be able to set up his ads through High Level. You'll be able to set up his automation and follow-up sequences through High Level. Like, there's a lot of industries that I'd be like, hey, maybe try this, maybe try that. Real estate is just a slam dunk. Like, if you're not using that, I don't know why you wouldn't. In fact, it's funny, actually, if you look at like different pieces of real estate software that you can go buy to help grow those agencies, they're normally using High Level, and then they just put their logo on top of it, which is funny. So pay more, get less, or just go direct to the source. Lando, I find music is a very powerful tool to use, 100%. It can evoke emotions on such a deep level. Do you have any free music that you prefer to use, or just make whatever you need yourself? Oh, I would love if I just made whatever I needed myself, but it's, as anybody who's ever made music knows, very time-consuming process. So I use my own stuff like once in a blue moon, and it's more when I'm just want to mess around. It's never financial. It's never financially smart to do that. So free music, maybe. I'm sure there's free places out there. The one that I use is Epidemic Sound, and I pay them, I don't even know, $15 a month, 30 at most. And then it's all royalty free. I can scan through their library. I use that with all my videos. So epidemicsound.com. I may have an affiliate, but who knows? Make my 20 cents. But that's it. Then I use that in all of my videos and stuff because, yeah, music, important. David, when you say long form video, 5, 10, 30, or 69 minutes? Yes, excellent question. When I say long form video, I mean anything longer than 1 minute, typically 10 minutes, give or take 5 minutes. But like, man, is that ever a broad generic thing? It's like when I'm saying long form, what I'm thinking of is like, instead of a short form vertical video that you'd watch, like a TikTok, a reel, a short, anything like that, I'm thinking sideways. I'm thinking video podcast, which could be 2 hours. I'm thinking YouTube video, which could be 15 minutes. I'm thinking anything along those lines constitutes a long form video. Slightly slower pace, less manic, frenetic, frantic editing. But yes, hopefully that answers your question. Jesse, what are some of the aspects of business that you don't like? When would you recommend we start outsourcing tasks? What are some of the aspects of business that you don't like? Most of them. How's that for a weird answer? Yeah, for real. Like, when it comes to running a business, there's finance, there's human relations, there's operations, there's legal aspects, there's accounting and bookkeeping, there's taxes. I like none of those. I do them all because they're important and I see the value of them, but I don't, like, personally, I don't do any of them. I should say that. But I had to learn them all, and then I had to do them all to find out what I do and do not like. So I have lawyers, I have accountants, I have bookkeepers, I have ops people, I have brand managers, I have all of the people that do the things that I'm terrible at, just so bad. Like, why would I do that? I'm good at certain things of the business. So for me, my unique zone of genius is taking relatively complicated, obscure business growth marketing concepts that are very weird and academic and written down, and then filtering them through my own lens and perception and experience of having worked with over thousands of businesses, and then trying to communicate that as clearly as possible so that you can take action and get results. That's what I do. So anytime that I'm doing that, business is good and I'm happy. Anytime I'm not doing that, business slows down and I get angry. So it's like, we got to find areas to continually operate in our zone of genius. Now, when do you recommend outsourcing tasks? The answer is as soon as you can afford to. Full stop. There are certain things you simply should not be doing, even if you're a solopreneur, a one-man, one-person business. In fact, this is one of my biggest frustrations right now with this whole, I don't know if any of you guys have seen these videos. They're amazing, for the record, and I love the guys that are making them, but they're kind of half wrong. And they're about the beauty of starting a one-person business. And like, you can do everything yourself and you can make $1 million a year and you can have a one-person business and no team and no employees. And I was like, yes, but you don't need a team of employees. You don't need meetings and all that stuff. But I was like, if you're doing everything yourself, you're doing it wrong, because I bet you money there's stuff you don't like doing and you should not do it. So this is going to sound really bougie, but bear with me. If I work out my hourly value, my value per hour. So you can take the amount of money you earn in a year, you can divide it by 2,000, which is the number of average working hours in a year, though entrepreneurs typically work more. My time is typically worth thousands of dollars, which means that it doesn't make sense for me to mow the lawn. So we got someone to help mow the lawn. It doesn't make sense for me to do most cooking unless I want to. So we've got chef service and catering. It doesn't make sense for me to do anything, honestly, other than spend time with my family, do things that I love, do things that grow the business in my zone of genius. Now, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you make $50K a year, you divide that by 2,000, your hourly rate is $25 an hour. So if you can find someone to do something you hate for less than $25 an hour, you can then go do something you love and just have them do the other thing. So I'm super big on that one, actually. If you want more on that, hang on one sec. This book. Rarely do I have the exact book that I want to reference handy. It's normally on the bookshelf, but this one I was just going through the other day. It's called Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. This is a good book. Very good book. If you're considering outsourcing, delegating, freeing up time to do more of what you love, get that book and get it now. The other book you should get is 10X is Easier Than 2X, but we can talk about that later. So yeah, that book. Oh man. I've gone through that one a couple times too. It's rare. Like I'll normally go through books a couple times because you'll pick up more stuff from it, but it's rare that I go through them back to back. Like I'll put it down and I'll be like, yeah, that was good. I need more of that, and re-go through it to pull out more highlights. I've done that in the past couple weeks with that book and with 10X is Easier Than 2X. So, all right. Jack, is anyone doing SMMA or just watching videos about it? Yeah, mostly just watching videos, for the record. So for those not familiar, SMMA, social media marketing agency stuff. Jack, what you'll find is that most people just watch videos about stuff and do nothing. I promise you. What percentage? I don't know. 99% of people don't take any action at all. This is going to be we're all friends here, so I'm going to say this because we're in the trust circle. But there's an expression that I use among close circles because I don't say this often, but it's like the 1% are the 1% for a reason. So there's a lot of hate against the 1%. And for the record, the 1% in the US makes like $400,000 a year on average. So we're not talking about the people that are making 4 million, 4 billion, 400 billion. Like we're talking about just people that have done really well, not the 0.0001% or whatever. So to do that, you have to take action. Most people don't. Now, the bar for success right now, in my honest but accurate opinion, is so low. It's almost embarrassing, actually. And I sound like such a boomer when I say this, but like back in my day, it's like if you have even a modicum of work ethic and desire to improve, the world is yours. Like you just take it. You can like 1%. Yeah, you got it. I don't know. We can rant more on that one later, but it's ridiculous. Like there's so much opportunity right now. If you're willing to just show up and go the extra mile. Okay, good. Howdy, Adam. Harshit, howdy. Any tips on Amazon ads, especially a category where cost per click is high? Let's go with beauty products. Any tips? Oh man, like better ads. That's it. Like there's no secret algorithm that some people have access to and others don't. It's just writing better ads, more compelling ads, better product pictures, optimizing your listing, filling it out, getting more reviews, like all of those things, all of the things is the secret. I wish there was a faster way to do it, but it's like if you spend a week going through every single element of it, like the copy, what you're writing, getting the testimonials, getting better pictures, getting better reviews, getting better videos for it. It's like, yeah, you're going to sell more. Shocker, right? Fantasy server. Oh, that's a cool picture. Looks like a nice painting. I want to make a video, a story for my brand, a mobile app, and want to target US users, but I am afraid that they can't relate to our local actors because of difference in skin color or the environment. So this is an interesting question. Basically what I try to do, there's an expression that we love, I love. It's like never judge a book by its cover, but everybody does. So you're aware of that, which is perfect. So you're already ahead of the game. It's like whether we want people to judge other people based on how they look or where they live or whatever, like we know that's wrong. We know we shouldn't do that. We know that no one should do that. We also know that people do. So when it comes to business, we need to make smart strategic decisions and factor that into our process. This is why basically every ad that I run, I try to find people, images, environments that mirror the look and the feel and the tone and the style and the language of the people that I'm trying to attract. So if I want a 30-year-old yoga mom from Cincinnati, I find 30-year-old yoga moms from Cincinnati. If I want 55-year-old white guys from the UK, I find 55-year-old white guys from the UK. I find people that match their persona, their tone. I find them that match the style and the clothes. Like you've got to find those, or use images if you can't make video. Like if it's going to be too hard to get a actor for that, for the record, you could just go to Fiverr and I bet you'll be able to find something, but I'd start with images anyway. Kahoy. Hello, my friend. Aziz. Hey, Adam, I wanted to express my gratitude for all the knowledge I've gained from your videos. Your work is truly valuable, so please continue doing what you do best. Much love. Hey, Aziz. Oh, man, my pleasure, my friend. Thank you very much for sharing that, and I will keep doing it if you keep showing up. Jesse, what advice do you wish someone gave you when you were first starting out? Feeling like a little fish in a giant ocean. Yeah, that's how I felt too. Oh, man, I got some good advice and some bad advice from everyone. So best advice. What do I wish someone told me? I think I heard Alex Hormozy say this and I really quite liked it. And he says, this is what hard feels like. So the question that I've got for you is like, hey, when you were first, like now that you're first starting out, did you think it was going to be easy? And of course you're going to say, no, I didn't think it was going to be easy. And everyone's like, is it hard? And you're like, yeah, it's really hard. And I was like, cool. This is what hard feels like. This is hard, but that's okay. So you're normal, I think is probably the best thing ever. It's like, there's going to be days where you feel like this sucks. Nothing's working. Show up anyway. Do the work anyway. There's going to be days when you're putting in 16, 18 hours and you're exhausted and your fingers are bleeding from typing on the keys. This is what hard feels like. Do it anyway. Like it will get easier. It will get better, but like keep taking action, keep doing those things and it will pay off. I think that's the biggest lesson. I didn't have anybody tell me that. I just sort of knew it intuitively because I won't lie. The early years were a grind. Oh, they were a grind. But then it just skyrockets and it goes exponential. You start uncovering and unlocking things. You change the way you think and the way you perceive things and everything gets easier. So yeah, just keep going. You're doing the right things. Honestly, if you're here now showing up and asking these questions, you're already so far ahead of everybody else. So pat yourself on the back, get back to work. I think that's the biggest ones. Tao Hiddle, do you think real estate niche is the best for new agency? Or are there other niches you can suggest me for my new agency? Yeah, I don't think it's the best at all. Simply because it's like one of the most competitive. As you've already seen on this live, we've had, 3 or 4 different people ask about real estate. Nobody has asked about plumbing or HVAC or roofing or solar. So look at those. Hey, Renee from Phoenix. Good to see you, Renee. Glad you could be here too. Amazing. Black Girls Console too. Good to see you. Didn't we talk about your name? Don't know if I ever got your real name, but let me know. I'll try and remember. I'm doing better these days. Good morning. YouTube question. If you want to create a channel for your brand awareness and leads, would monthly evergreen educational videos work, or is weekly or more frequent content a must? Yeah, so this has changed a little bit over the past few months. The answer is quality beats quantity. So if your focus is on, say you only have a certain amount of time to put towards a video, then making it better is more important than putting out more. That said, quality comes from quantity. So when you're first getting started, we don't really know what the audience is really going to like. Like, we need a decent amount of videos under our belt and put on our channel before we can look at the analytics and be like, they like this, they don't like that. I should make this, I should make that. So when you're first getting started, weekly is kind of a minimum for a number of reasons. Number one is we need those at bats. Like, we need the putting out the content. Number two is that you get better by making more videos. So it's like you need to go through the process of making a lot of videos to figure out what you like for your delivery, your tone, your style, your editing, all of those things. And you just can't get that monthly. It's like there's just no way. So like 1 to 2 videos a week probably is the sweet spot. I think weekly minimum. If you're going to do monthly, you can do it later. But if you look at the channels that are doing that, like, they're the ones that have the $1 million budgets. So they're spending, it's not like they're getting down once a month and like, let's make a video. It's like they're spending the whole month doing that video. And that's too much pressure to put on anyone. I mean, that's like, if that video does bad, they just blew a whole month. So I like weekly for just a million reasons. Linger Magazine, your video that spelled out how to set up a Facebook ad for leads was spot on. The only steps that has worked for us. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. I'm so glad that it worked for you. Yeah, I've been doing ads for a lot of years. I think we worked out one of the other videos. I spent more than $70 million on ads, not personally, but like through client stuff. Personally, it's still been a lot, but yeah, a lot of money. Made more, fortunately, so all's well. Renee, pivoting to a new target audience, B2B small to medium-sized businesses. I'm a digital marketing agency and have an offer to build a marketing hub. I'm going for a LinkedIn strategy. Any advice? Yeah, for LinkedIn strategy, it's a content game. So it's like you should be posting something Monday to Friday, so 5 days a week at least, and you want to leverage all of the tools that LinkedIn makes available to you. Look up 2 different people. Look up Justin Welsh and look up Nicholas Cole. Justin Welsh is spelled like it sounds. Nicholas Cole, if I can't remember how to spell his name, I think it's Nicholas Cole. Hang on one sec. I'm going to make sure I got that right, because they're both awesome writers on Kole. Writer. Where is it? I can't find him at all now. Hang on. We'll find him at some other point. But like, regardless, if you go find other really good writers on LinkedIn and then model your style after that, all set. Elon, hey Adam, how you been? A bit late, Kate today. Who's Kate? Elon, we'll assume late. But yeah, are you here late? I was here on time. Kamal, is affiliate marketing dead? No, of course not. Nothing's dead, except maybe like the newspaper. Newspaper might be dead, but like affiliate marketing is still around. It's going to be around forever. People make money by selling other products. Jigtris, I don't know how to pronounce that one. Hey Adam, thanks for doing this. When you first start to grow your business, which positions do you suggest to hire first? This one's simple. It's going to be a combination of either a bookkeeper or an administrative assistant, like a virtual assistant, to handle the basics. For me, I think it was a bookkeeper, because I just literally had just a giant amount of messy paperwork and things like that. And I just despised all of it. Then it was an assistant that helped with like emails and posting and things like that. So the other thing you can do is just look at everything that you're doing in your day that you hate and find someone to help you with that. Okay, Elon, how do you optimize a website for selling products? So you have a structure, or it needs to be like a funnel, intro, then CTA, and then benefits. Can you maybe give an example? Optimize a website for selling products. So the best thing to do, first of all, it's like I rarely optimize a website to sell products. I optimize pages to sell products on the website. So it would, I mean, like technically, I guess you could optimize the entire website to sell, but it would be more geared towards the pages anyway. So start there. So what you need is a sales page optimized to sell products. Good examples? Yeah, a billion of them. Go to Shopify, look up top performing sales pages in whatever product that you want to sell, and they'll show you the flow. The other thing you can do is look up competitors in your space, and you'll find that they've got some pretty good ideas that you'll be able to model. The framework is actually really simple. Like it's very simple. You can learn a lot from Amazon. You're going to have a picture of your product. You're going to have some details, the price. You're going to have reviews. You're going to have an add to cart button. You may have a bundle. There might be an upsell, a cross-sell, a downsell. Like you're going to have reviews under that. Like all of the usual things that you see on e-commerce is kind of the main deal. Jesse says, Elon's question is excellent. Yes, he does ask excellent questions. Can you give an example for a service-based consulting company as well? Yeah, this one's harder because there's no one size fits all like there is typically with e-com. So for a service-based business, like it depends on the service and it depends on the consulting business. So I would show you mine, but it's no longer up because I don't do any consulting anymore. The same with the agency page. So who has good stuff that we could look at? Normally, I don't like to suggest this because often people are successful despite their mistakes rather than because of them. But what you can do is you can type in whatever service, pay, like business, I don't know, like say you're doing consulting for HVAC companies. You could type in HVAC consulting businesses, go to Google, and then look at the paid ads, because normally the paid ads are optimized because people can't afford to run money to just a crappy page that doesn't convert. And that'll at least give you some ideas in the right niche. Flare strike. What's the liability of the capital of Silicon Valley? I don't know what that means. Not sure, my friend. Not sure what that is. Dave, hey, my bro. How you doing, buddy? For your SEO, what would your standard package look like at what price point? So back when I did SEO for businesses, the standard package was anywhere from like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. There was like a sweet spot in there for most businesses for that were doing like $1 million a year and up to say like 3, 4, 5 million. So we would charge like anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. If they were doing north of like 10 million, we might be able to charge 2,500, $3,000. Rarely did we ever hit like the $5,000, $10,000 mark per month. Simply because I didn't want to, because it was like, normally it would involve just a ridiculous amount of work. Whereas if I found a business that was doing like $1 million in revenue, I charge them $2,000 a month. I'm able to get them like an extra $10,000 a month in sales just based on the traffic. So I've 5x their ROI. So easy package on that one. Start at $1,000, sell to 15, sell to 2, put together different packages and test. A large portion of it has to do with the competitiveness of the term. Okay, a couple more minutes. There's the link to the Academy for all of the stuff like I talked about. Let me see if I can find a couple more that will help the most people possible. G. Van Dan, do you think using the phrase affordable luxury to market our products will keep high value customers from buying our products? Depends. It depends on the story that they're telling themselves. Like if your brand is along the lines of like Louis Vuitton and Rolex and Rolls Royce and all of that, like that's not affordable luxury, and they would never say that because they're like, we're super expensive luxury because we're damn good. So yeah, you would never do that. On the other hand, if you were going to create a better version of a really economical product, like, I don't know, soap, let's say bar soap, but you wash yourself with this bar soap and it smells good, makes you feel better, makes you feel luxurious, that would be affordable luxury. So I don't mind taking a low market product and making it better, but I wouldn't take a high market product and try to make it cheaper. That is probably the opposite approach of anything I would ever suggest. Okay, let me see if I can find one more. Chris, do I have any music on platforms we can listen to? I do not. Maybe one day. Jeff, good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Okay, let me see. Let's do one more. Yeah, the whole outsourcing thing is most people's biggest problem. It's a common thing that never goes away. You just got to keep learning and getting better and keep trying to find other solutions and other people. So keep at it. Yeah, Jesse, you and Jeff and everyone for the record. Okay, let's see. Okay, Lando, here's a good question. We'll end it on a psychological note. Okay, Lando, what's your thoughts on ratings? People always seem to want a 5-star, but I think sometimes like a 4.4, 4.5 is actually better because it's a lot more believable, you, my friend, are correct. You're right. A 5-star, 100 5-star reviews is not believable. People don't trust it. They don't like it. 100 1-star reviews is also terrible. So what you want ideally, now, first of all, this has to come with like all kinds of caveats and warnings. We never make up testimonials. We never buy ratings or reviews. We never do any of that. And the reason is because A, it's unethical, but B, it will come back to bite you. The algorithms will figure it out. People will figure it out. You're going to look silly. It's a bad decision. So yes, fun fact though, it's like a high rating, but not ridiculous is better. You will make more sales without a perfect track record, because it doesn't happen, especially if you've been, especially if you've been in business for any length of time. All right. It's 9 a.m. Saturday morning. It's family time for me. I got a jet. My friends, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the amazing questions. Thank you for supporting each other. If you want to continue asking questions, getting answers, make sure to go to modernmarketinghub.com. I'm going to write that down one more time. modernmarketinghub.com. You visit that will take you. Whoa, man, that's tiny. There we go. Let's put it way down here. You visit that, it will take you to the Discord server where you can engage. I have not been in there very much as of late, but I'm going to try to stop in, say hi, answer some questions, chit chat, all the things. And with that said, we'll see you in a bit.